done got my life back, just like that. I can't go back, and I won't go back. I done got my life back.
Good evening and welcome to another live with me, Paul, Addict Mentor. If you don't know who I am, I'm someone who spent 27 years in active heroin and crack cocaine addiction, and it almost destroyed me. Through my need to supply myself with drugs, I ended up committing all sorts of heinous crimes and spent 22 years in prison. I now come on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Insta, everywhere, spreading my message of positivity and change. I want to tell you a few stories tonight. Yes, Leon. And one of them is about, let me just put it this way. I used to rob drug dealers. It's a thing I used to do because drug dealers half the time were never going to report me. So I want to tell you about one of these robberies. The names have been changed to protect the innocent, obviously, but I want to tell you what I used to be like, how my brain was always tuned in for something more. And you're about to find out what I mean, because I wasn't your average robber. I used to use my brain quite a lot. And the first story I've got for you tonight, it's only one story about like the psychology of me. I've got three stories, but this first one is really interesting. So if you don't mind, I'm going to tell it you. If you are watching me on Facebook, I ask you, I beg you, I plead of you, please send the stars. You have to pay the minimum of 89 pence, but these stars are a way of showing me financial support. I've got my GoFundMe page. Click the link in my Facebook and my YouTube bio to find that. And yes, please support me because I've got more talks coming up now. I'm wanting to say yes to more things, but until we have some financial stability, we're going to be stuck where we are. However, right now, we're going old school. I'm going to take you back a few years back to when I was Simo. I was a mean motherfucker, and my behavior was off the chain crazy. This is the story of George. George from Birmingham. We're going to call him George. And George had two friends, Bill and Ben. So they've come down to, they're county liners. So they've come down from Birmingham to sell their products in Swindon. Unfortunately, on their first day, they bump into me. And at this time, I was using a large amount of heroin, a large amount of crack cocaine. And I can't remember how we sort of linked, but it wasn't far away from my destination where I am now. And they come up to me and they're like, yo, bro, we're down here from Birmingham, yeah? And we're looking for some place to sell our shit. So I'm like, rah. Ching, 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 ching. Fresh meat, fresh meat. Don't forget, I've been in this game a long time. I smell them before I see them. Hi, Paula. So I said to him, yo, bruv, I got a spot you can sell your shit from, yeah? And they're like, man, come on, you're going to do that for us? Yeah. Is it just, come on, please behave. Honest, please behave. When I tell these, please behave, I beg of you, just listen to my story, man. Please. So, as I get back to my robbery story, and the reason I'm telling you this is because my brain has always been wired for something more. So, these three guys, sorry, I've gone, yo, bruv, is there anywhere we could sell our wares from? I'm like, yeah, I know this spot, you know. So what you will know about active addicts is we've got 100 different places where we can go and have a smoke, right? That's what we used to do. Anywhere to go have a smoke off the front line away. So I had this spot. I'm going to call this person Sarah. I'm saying, let's go to Sarah's house. Yeah. So I've taken them to Sarah's house. They pull out a lump of gear about this size and a lump of crack about this size. So they're chopping all of this shit up. And as they're chopping it up, this is the guy I was. I'm Googling myself and saying, yo, bro, check this out. And the first negative thing came up. Armed robber, 10.5 years. Boom. I've Googled myself again. I've gone, yo, bruv, check this out. Stabbed the man, slashes him across his stomach. So I'm putting this information in their head. So now they know I've done 10 years in prison. They know that I've used firearms and I've used knives. So I know for a fact, without them having to tell me anything, that I've got them shook. But now they're in that situation, aren't they? They're in a place that I know, in an area that I know. But I don't do nothing. I'm still Googling myself, reading them some facts about me from my criminal days, you know, just trying to scare the shit out of them. Always putting pressure on them. Always going, look at the guy you're chilling with. Look at the guy you've promised to give some items to. So I've done this, right? And they're listening to this information. And then this is like, you know, I talk about serendipity, right time, right place. Unfortunately, this was wrong time, wrong place for them. One of their boys gets a phone call and they're like, yo, we need to go back to Birmingham, you know. Can you look after my boy? I've gone, yo, of course I can look after your boy. I got him. So they fucked off in a car now. And me and this guy, we just sat there. Now, this guy, I reckon he's about 5-6 years younger than me. But I have filled his head with 10 years in prison. Robber, gunman, knife man. I went down to the kitchen. No word of a lie. I picked up a butter knife. Went back upstairs. And I held about that much of the knife out so you couldn't really see it. And I've gone, yo, bruv, give me your things now before I do you. And obviously, in this guy's brain, he's gone, oh my God, I'm about to become another fact on this guy's Google. And he passed me all of his shit. Now, like I said, it was like big bits, right? And I run off with their things, right? However, I will tell you that they did have a comeback. They did. And they never injured me or nothing, but they kind of put me in a situation that made me feel uncomfortable. They had a bit of a campaign about me, against me, and they were making my life uncomfortable. So I think I had my just desserts on that situation. But that was the thing about me. My brain was always working 100 miles an hour. It was always going, right, what was the next graph? How can I do this? How can I do that? And it was meant for something more than just figuring out ways to get drugs. And that's why I'm able to now say, tomorrow, I am hyper vigilant, Paula. That is bang on the money. That's what I am. I'm a hyper vigilant. So I see things. I see it before it actually happens a lot of the time. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, that can be a right pain in the ass. But it is who I am, and I've managed to deal with it. Adam Timlin, yes, Adam, one of my supporters. How are you doing? If you are watching me on Facebook, and I have to say this again, can you please, if you can, support by sending the virtual gifts, the stars? There's a little star button somewhere, and you should see it. Click on there, and that supports us to do what I'm doing. I am back down in Bristol doing another talk on the 24th of this month, and I'm really looking forward to it. However, for those of you who don't know, and you've not been on my Facebook today, tomorrow, it's really important, man. Oh, something amazing is happening tomorrow. It is Swindon 105.5's 15th anniversary, the 15th year that they've been going. They're having a party, the press are coming, they're doing a whole thing. And they're also announcing me as the feature host of Swindon 105. So I am being announced officially to the Swindon public as the new radio host on Swindon 105. I am absolutely blown away, happy, gassed, can't believe how fortunate I am to have this opportunity, because it has been a whirlwind ride since I first put my £50 Alcatel in a phone holder and started live streaming from my kitchen. Since then, lots of things have changed in my life, and becoming a radio host is the biggest. It's the biggest. There's something in a pipeline. Thank you, Paula. I am proud of me too. I really am. I can't believe it's happening, but tomorrow I get to see it. So if you're in Swindon, watch out in the papers for the next couple of days, because guess who's going to be in it again? Yours bloody truly, podcaster to radio host. That ain't bad, is it? Right. I want to tell you one more story, but I need to have a little look-see to see which ones I think are suitable. Adam is all good chilling after work. Super proud. It will be recorded for catch up later. Yeah. Absolutely. It's always recorded for catch up. Always. Onwards and upwards, Paula. Absolutely. All right, let me have a look. See what I got. I write all my stories down on bits of paper because, the brain can only do so much remembering. Ooh, what have we got here? Oh, I got one story for you. Let me tell you about the female officer that tried to befriend me, and I didn't have any idea. So, recently in the press, you may have noticed, you may be aware of this story, but 18 female prison officers have been convicted and sacked for having sexual relations with prisoners. This isn't a new fact for me. I'm aware females are females, bad boys are bad boys, and the girls love a bad boy. Whether you lot want to admit it on here or not, the girls love a bad boy. How do you think I have this lovely place that I got? It wasn't it wasn't because I was a good boy. It was because I was bad, mad, crazy in a bed, wicked, bad, mad. No. No. Right. So, I was in HMP Dartmoor. I was doing my 10.5 year stretch, or my 9 stretch, one of the two, but there were 2 long stretches. And I'm on this wing, and I'm just going about my business. But every time this female officer's on, She's always coming and chatting to me and asking me about my day, about how I'm doing with my degree and all of this, right? And me, I'm nonchalant. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good, man. No, I'm good. Yeah, yeah. How are you? Having a little laugh and a joke at her. Like I said, I might be hyper vigilant to some things, but when it comes to women, I'm thick as you like. Well, I literally need it spelled out. You need to be on the bed, spread eagled before I realize. Oh, oh, you like me. So yes, Vicky. I am just telling a story about female prison officers. Oh yes, I am. So for about 6 months, this female officer, she's chatting to me. She's not made any kind of moves. She's not made any indications, as far as I'm aware, of, she wanted anything more than she was just interested because I was a prisoner doing a degree. That's what I thought. Anyway, so I'm on this wing for ages. Take it easy, Paula. Light and strength. Always. Oi, oi, Craig, James Tutton's in the building. Wagwan Tuts. I'm just talking about a female prison officer. Tuts. You know what them screws are like. They love a bad boy, don't they, man? They love a bad boy. I know about nurses who've been caught on their knees with a mouthful. I can, as a God's honest truth, a mouthful. Imagine that. It fell in there. It fell in there. Sexy. Craig, who was the one in Lay Hill? The blonde one who always used to wear high heels to make her ass stick out a bit. I can't remember what her name was. Oh, Vicky, man. Honestly, the women prison officers, I wish I had a mouthful. Oh, bloody hell. That's a real lol. Oh, Jesus. So, this female prison officer, she's being really nice to me, really nice. But I'm a guy, I'm doing like 10 and a half years prison. The last thing I want to think about doing a 10 and a half year stretch is getting sex. It's nice. It's so far away from my brain. It's just, I went into jail with this mentality. Right. What's my release date? Wake me up when I get there. Right. Georgia Louise says, that's quite a big one, so I need to read it. What I don't get is why talk about these stories? This can be, Georgia, please. Because people need to know about everything. I'm not a snowflake, Georgia. Honest, I'm really not. My life is not just recovery. I'm not just recovery. That's why, really. I like telling funny stories about things that happened in prison. You don't even know what I'm laughing. I've not even told you the story, and you're going like, I'm proud of it. You don't even know what the punchline of the story is or anything. You're just going, why are you telling these stories? One, because they're called Paul's Prison Tales. One, because it's my live stream. Two, because I will say what I want when I want. And if you don't like it, block me and go follow a snowflake. Because that ain't me. You understand what I'm saying? That ain't me. Never come on my lives and kind of pussy. Literally piss me off. Anyway, good night.